Coming up on the latest edition of Inside Your Community, we'll be showing you the highlights of the opening weekend of the Warren County A&L Fair, and much to come this week. All of the ins and outs and the behind the scenes on this edition of Inside Your Community. Several interviews on the way for you, but first we've got to make this big announcement of some great entertainment coming up for you on Thursday, September 15th at 7 p.m. It's free to the public. It is the concert of David Lee Murphy. He is best recognized by his massive hit, Dust on the Bottle. That concert's going to be live on stage at the fairgrounds at Warren County A&L Fair, coming up this Thursday, 7 p.m. David Lee Murphy is best recognized by his massive hit, Dust on the Bottle. He's also known as one of the country music's best songwriters, writing songs with Kenny Chesney, Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, and many, many others. His concert will get kicked off at 7 p.m. at the Grandstands, September 15th, Thursday night at the Warren County A&L Fair. Now stay tuned, more interviews and behind the scenes of the highlights of the 2022 A&L Warren County Fair up next. Communitytvtn is brought to you by BLTV Channel 6, bringing your community home to you with live events and highlights from the Warren County A&L Fair. Communitytvtn is brought to you by Security Federal Savings Bank, proudly serving the community we call home.
Grace Family Pharmacy announces new medication packaging service. It provides a simpler, safer medication experience through convenient, personalized packaging using the latest in pharmacy robotics. Our phone number is 931-473-6418.
McMinnville, you're a great place to be. McMinnville, Tennessee.
High-quality leads with prolific internet marketing and invigorating web design services that will energize your business. We are SiriusSEM. Call today or visit us at SiriusSEM.com.
Dr. Pepper. Good for life, good for the community.
Hello, I'm Regan Kelsey. I'm president of the Warren County A&L Fair Association. We're here standing in front of the front gate. Just kicked off the fair last night. This is the second night. Today is entry day. All the agriculture exhibits have come in, canning, related arts and crafts, needlework, food prep, things of that nature. We've had a pretty good turnout today despite the weather. We invite everybody to come out. It won't cost you a thing because we're the only free fair in the state of Tennessee. You can come see everything that we've got to see, all our events, livestock shows, concerts, exhibits in the buildings, and it won't cost you a dime. We've also got a lot of good food booths here. Most of them, almost all, but one of them belong to a nonprofit or civic organization. So you can come meet with those folks, and the money goes right back into the county to do some good work, outreach programs, things of that nature, support schools and churches here, right here in Warren County. I've been on the board for 31 years. Been doing this quite a while. This is one of the best fairs that I hope we're ever going to have. We work hard day in and day out throughout the summer and even the winter months to do good work here, showcase Warren County, celebrate Warren County. All of us on the board, are from here. We live here, work here, and we try to do the best we can to showcase Warren County for the citizens of Warren County and for the people from outside the county that come. So we want to invite all of y'all to come here. We would like for you to participate. Like I said, today was entry day. Next year, if you think that there's some canning, gardening, flowers, needlepoint, arts and crafts that you might like to enter in the fair, We have fair books, fair catalogs available at the fair office, and you can come look at all the different events, all the different categories and classes. Stop in the office, ask us questions. We'll be glad to help. Participation is key. You know, that's one of the reasons we do this, is so that the people can showcase their efforts through gardening and the like. So, of course, this is since 1954, this has been a community event. It's one of the largest events in Middle Tennessee. Just a few years ago, according to some data that we found on the Tennessee Association of Fairs website, we're the third largest county fair in the state of Tennessee. You know, Warren County is 30-something in population, but the third largest county fair. You know, that we've got something special going on here. And one thing that helps that tremendously is our sponsors, the businesses and people in the community that give us money that help us do what we do. Of course, Warren County, the government, the county commission, they give us money every year, a certain amount. It's exclusively used for building and grounds, permanent improvements, capital improvement projects. We're lucky enough to have some really skilled people on the board to where we can use that money to buy materials, and we do the labor ourselves, so we can really stretch those dollars out. We do some of the same thing with our sponsorship money. Of course, some of that goes toward our entertainment. This year we're having David Lee Murphy. It's a free show. Anybody can come. That's all thanks to our sponsors. I don't want to get into naming them right now, but if you go to our brand new store in the village, the Fairfield Emporium, you can buy a t-shirt. It's got all the sponsors on the back. When you're walking around in front of the grandstands, right behind the stage there at the Steve Grandy Arena, you'll see a lot of banners on the fence. Those are some of our big sponsors. If you know those folks, thank them. If you can do business with them, do business with them. We would appreciate that. That's something that helps keep this going.
If you haven't had a chance, go check out all of our commercial booths. A number of them are underneath the grandstands. You can go in any of these different entryways. And then we have a lot more down here in the Winston Moment building, by the pet and zoo area and all that. Go see those commercial booths, check them out. A lot of them are your civic organizations, churches, and then some different companies that are here in Warren County. Of course, y'all know this, we're a free fair. Who's proud that we're a free fair? Who's proud that they didn't have to pay a dime to be here tonight? All of that is because of the volunteers of Warren County A&L Fair Board and everybody that helps out with that. So if you see guys that are in shirts like these right here, go up, pat them on the back. If you see our youth fair board members, they're in little blue shirts and they're always running around helping everybody. Pat them on the back. They're volunteering year round. This is not just a 1 week deal that all of a sudden we magically show up and boom, everything's here. There's a lot of cleaning, a lot of prep, and a lot of maintenance that goes into this facility. These guys are working their hind ends off year round to make sure that it happens for y'all guys, that y'all get to come out here and do this and be a free fair. We are one of the only free fairs in the state of Tennessee. We're one of the largest fairs in the state of Tennessee. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of that's also due to these sponsors. You'll see these sponsors banners along the fence here. Those are some of our major sponsors. We greatly appreciate our sponsors. Without their money that they give us, we would not be able to continue to be a free fair for y'all. So that's extremely important. So we want to thank all of them, and you can just read them off here. Frederick Brown, A&M Pressure Washing, Citizens Tri-County Smile Doggers, Black Heating and Air, Security Federal, Brewer Amusement, and our longest and most dedicated sponsor, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company. They basically been sponsoring us since the beginning. And so that they really helped us continue, and I've always been able to provide sound and lights and entertainment for y'all guys at no charge to you. Coming on down the list, we've got Auto World, brand new sponsor, greatly appreciate them. They're going to be sponsoring our main gate stage, which we got that going to start on Monday with a lot of different local acts. Gooseby Sausage, can't see that one. Homeland Community Bank Champion, Bridgestone, in case you hadn't known, Bridgestone, they're going to do an expansion. They're going to be looking for some jobs here in the near future. I know that Morrison Industries is also one of our sponsors. DM Simpson Realty and Auction, they're going to be sponsoring our stage in the back village area. We appreciate them. We want to have a number of bands coming to you this week. I have booked nearly 40 different solo acts on the main gate stage or full bands back here on the Security Federal stage. It's everything from country, bluegrass, gospel, got a little Metallica coming in. Matter of fact, tonight on the backstage we got Underwater Scum. That's I think a tribute band to Metallica and that type of stuff. So go out, check these guys out. There's typically going to be a tip bucket out there. On any of these stages back here in the back village, we don't pay them a dime to be here. They're here just volunteering their time, a lot like the volunteers at the fair. So if they've got a tip bucket out there, you like what you're hearing, go up to them, give them $1, give them $2, let them buy a cheeseburger, at least for being here, and give them a tip. And then if you really like them and you want to book them for one of your events, feel free to contact them and reach out to them. That really helps push them forward and get them some publicity. On our center ring, our Steve Grandy Memorial center ring here. I don't know if y'all know Steve Grandy. He's been a volunteer for a number of years. He's our resident electrician. But the ring was named after him last year. We greatly appreciate everything he's done. We're trying to put a lot of events in that arena. We're going to have the tractor show. We're going to have a car show. We're going to have a bike show. We're going to have a backhoe rodeo. We're going to have Farmers Olympics. We're going to have Firemen Olympics. So we've got a lot of different events that's going to be happening in the center ring. We want y'all to all come out and participate in that. All of those events, every single one of them, you yourself can participate in if you have a tractor or car, antique car, or anything of that nature. That's what makes these events really special and really good. All of them go to help raise money for certain charities and stuff. So we greatly appreciate y'all coming out and participating and helping with that.
Hello, I'm Hilda Lytle with the UTTSU Extension Office. Just welcoming you here to the Warren County A&L Fair, and we are in the T.R. Woods building, and some people actually call this the Women's Building, but anyone can enter in several different departments. So let's take a tour. Come join us. So over to my right, your left, will be the Heritage Crafts Department, which has items that are typically heritage things like woodwork, basketry, quilting, just many different things that are true heritage crafts that have been handed down from year to year.
Always unique stuff.
You never know from year to year what's going to show up. I'm always super impressed with the white oak baskets, but there's all kinds of baskets you'll see here, canes, different things, walking sticks. Pretty neat department.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I have been with the Extension Office for 38 years, so I guess officially this is my 37th fair. I hired in October 1, but I came to the fair before October 1 that year, way back in 1984. So it's been a good year, so we're going to continue on down this way. Next will be our adult clothing department. And this is for all you seamstresses out there. We surely can use more clothes and different items for it. We also have knitting and crocheting in this department. But you'll see the different areas. There's costumes, there's just casual wear, dressy wear, anybody that sews a lot of things, aprons. You'll just see several different things here. Also, I think we have a few tote bags, which we'll catch. And again, some of this will be spread out. On this part, this is also part of our adult clothing, and this is the crocheted and knitted area that we included in our clothing department. And then there'll also be some sewing for children that adults do, but sewing for children. This same aisle, this will be the adult canning department or food preservation. Everything from your fruits, such as we've got pears and huckleberries and and those kind of things that I see. But then also, usually our biggest departments or our lots are our green beans and our tomatoes and different tomato juices, whole tomatoes, different things. And then, of course, jams and jellies is always important too.
Let's talk about volunteers. I know each one of these departments has volunteers.
Right. Everyone that is here at the fair is a volunteer. Each department, we try to get to take care of their own, recruiting their help, but we always can use volunteers to help us either take in entries on Saturdays, on the first Saturday of the fair from 10 to 4. And then depending on the department, there's some judging things that have to have help with. The judges will be here for food and for flowers at 4 o'clock today, or they're on that process. And then also judging on Monday morning. And then we also need volunteers the next Sunday or the last Sunday from 2 to 4 to help get the entries back out. So if anybody's interested in volunteering, they can always call the extension office or the fair office, whichever is more convenient if the fair is open. But they can call the extension office and we'll hook them up with wherever their interest might be, depending on the department. We do have in our office, or in our part, we have family and community education clubs, so many of our clubs take care of a certain department. So that's kind of how that helps with our volunteers as well. So our next department, as we walk down, this is our Senior Citizens Hobbies and Crafts department. So anyone that is 60 or over can enter hobbies and crafts in this department. You'll notice at this point all the quilts are folded up and we're not spread out totally. That's on purpose. On Monday we will have judges come in and judge everything, and then once we get the judges done and the ribbons on, we'll spread everything out and the display will look much more fuller, and you'll be able to see more of the quilt workmanship and that kind of thing. But so this is the quilt end, and as we come on down, there will be Christmas decorations, table runners, handcrafted toys. You'll even see baskets in here. It's really an assortment of things again. All right, so on this side is our food prep department. This is our adult food prep. Again, everything from breads, biscuits, cornbread, yeast breads, yeast rolls, those kind of things, down to pies, cakes, cookies. Right here you can see there's fudge, those kind of things. So our judges are always looking to judge all of those for appearance, taste, quality, all of those kinds of things. And then we do have a few right down here that are decorated cakes. So it's really just being judged on the decoration and not necessarily the cake itself. We encourage all cakes and pies should be made from scratch, and our pie crust should be made from scratch. That is something that we really hope that gets done. So, and then we do have, in some of our adult categories, we have a young homemaker category, and I think it's from 19 to 25, and so we encourage people in that age group to please come and enter. They can enter in the adult part, but can also enter in the young homemaker part as well if they're interested. So again, love to see more participation in that area. So this is our ceramics department, and you'll see several entries there. We have a couple real dedicated volunteers here. This is adult ceramics, and I don't really know a whole lot about ceramics, but I think that they do a great job of displaying and showcasing our ceramic department.
These are the small exhibits that a lot of people miss. Where is it located in the women's pavilion?
This is actually in the women's building, or the T.R. Woods building, and if you'll come about halfway back, then you'll see that there's a door to go through and we hit kind of the youth section. But if you'll turn right, there is a breezeway that comes through, and ceramics fits right in that breezeway. So this is our adult related arts and crafts department, and you'll see here a lot of quilts, quilt tops, whether it's hand pieced, hand quilted, or machine quilted. There's different categories for different ones, and after the judging, these also will be spread out more. You'll see the racks here as well. As we come down this way, you'll also see some knitted and crocheted items as well, afghans and those types of things. And then we get into the fine needlework as we come down, smaller crochet type items, needlepoint, applique, some different things there. All right, so next is more of our adult-related arts and crafts department. You'll see placemats, repurposed items. It's really cool. I mean, I don't know what's going to win or place or anything, but this little pumpkin right here at the bottom is made from paper plates. So people are pretty creative. I did not know that. So yeah, great ideas. So these are some good things to think about. We also have decorated sweatshirts and t-shirts. We have a few of those, and sometimes we have crafting classes to try to get people to put those kinds of things in. This next little part is on decorations, Christmas decorations, packaging, gift wrapping, that kind of thing. And then from here on down, it's going to be different holidays. Obviously, you see Easter here, and then we run into Halloween decorations. So again, like you said, getting great ideas as far as that kind of goes. Wreaths, different things. Then we move into Thanksgiving decorations. And there's 2 or 3, I think, or 4 categories for each one. So they're not all against each other, but there are the categories.
So are you finding out, I know, you know, a lot of people's getting asked questions because a lot of people's moving into the area. Is there any new people entering in, or is this their first time to maybe see it?
This is probably their first time to see it. I did talk with a couple this morning and said we just moved here from New York and maybe next year we'll want to enter. So we tried to encourage them about what it is. But we might have had a few new ones. I know I help out at the country store, which is a different department totally, but we've had several talked about just moving in here and wanting to know more about it. So yes, hopefully any resident of Warren County can enter items in. So next department is our Adult and Youth Art Department, and I'd like to introduce you to Miss Judy Argo, who is our superintendent here. Been working a pretty good while. Judy, tell us about your art department.
Well, it's the most fun thing you can think of. We have young and old and in between, and they can paint whatever they want, and they enjoy it, and you can just see it. They always come back. So
wonderful.
We've got talented people, and young and old.
Okay. So what made you've been volunteering here for over 20 years, we'll say, what made you want to volunteer at the art department?
They needed help.
There you go. So that's a cue. Anyone else that wants to volunteer? We always need help. We can certainly use that. But it's a great department, and we sure appreciate Judy and all of her help to get those, because it takes a while to get all of our art things hung.
Yeah.
And I think over the years you've learned how to perfect how to hang things, right?
It's not 11 o'clock. Look, we're going to go home and have supper.
Yes. Okay, so next you're going to be seeing our educational exhibit booths for youth, which are primarily 4-H. You'll see signs, either the junior or senior high honor club, and they are exhibiting their project work. They each select a different project that they work in throughout the year, so they will display that at the fair in these booths. So there's 16 booths, and so you'll see a little bit of a different educational focus depending on which ones. We do have a shooting sports program now, and that runs in the winter months more so. So if there's something that people might be interested in shooting sports, they can call our office, and Emily Mode is the 4-H agent that works with the shooting sports program. So this is our youth clothing department. So this is junior and senior youth and items that they have sewn and made themselves. A few clothing items, aprons again, and tote bags. And I think we did have a 4-H project group this year to try to get some more tote bags made. So we're excited that hopefully that department's going to grow. But again, it's a place where if you have an interest in sewing, we could get more as well. This is our youth food prep. And then as we walk down this side, this is our youth-related arts and crafts. Again, this will be judged on Monday, so they'll probably spread it out a little more. But you can see there's all kinds of crocheted woodwork. Models usually are a big thing. Pillows, a little bit of quilting, just odds and ends, arts and crafts that you'll see there. Then as we move on down, here's a great section of model cars. Our kids are into models and Legos and all those kind of things. There's probably something past Legos that I don't know anymore, but you know, there it is. Look at that beautiful grand piano. So again, people that have more creativity, and they also have scrapbook pages and different things. And then this department is our youth canning. We do have some youngsters that their parents or grandparents are helping them to can, and so hopefully we'll see that, and our junior and senior youth as well, and we'll get that all judged. Okay, so now we're in the basement of the T.R. Woods building, and this is a great show area. This is for our youth school art, and we're so appreciative of our volunteer teachers that come out and help put our school art categories together. They're based on grade levels. We start, I believe, with pre-K and kindergarten and run all the way through senior high. So those are done at the schools, and then they're brought in so that they can get them organized and know how many are going to get hung. Lots of different categories. You'll see crayon, magic marker, painting, oils and acrylics. Here's collages that you might see.
You see a lot of theme stuff that you see
Right.
on TV too. So
Right.
these always changes.
Different areas, and you can kind of tell as the grades go up, the differences there, what themes. Obviously there was probably a monkey class once upon a time or something, but kind of neat. These kids have a whole lot more creativity than I do. They told me to draw a picture and it was always the same thing, a house and a sun and a cloud, but look how much difference there is here.